this is it. Dear Markiplier, earlier this week you posted a video asking for advice with music production.
This video is a cry for help, but it's not about that. I actually have a full music production suite here, stuff that I got going on, and I need your help because I don't know what I'm doing.
And I may just have an answer to your cry for help. Hi, my name is Nicklefritz, or better known as Nicklefritz here on this platform, and I am a professionally trained audio engineer. I graduated from the Pennsylvania Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences back in 2012 and have 10 years of experience with music production. So here are my recommendations for choosing a digital audio workstation, or DAW for short, not to be confused with DAW. Now when it comes to choosing a DAW, there are currently quite a few available to choose from on the market. In this video, I will be focusing on 4, including Pro Tools 12, FL Studio 12, Logic Pro X, and Ardour. Pro Tools 12 is Avid's beautiful audio editing behemoth of a DAW, with thousands of plugins available and powerful versatility in audio manipulation with support up to 32 bits at a sample rate of 192 kHz, it is no wonder that this 30-year legacy has remained the industry standard for audio editing and recording. This program supports piano roll with MIDI control, as most DAWs do, as well as live recording up to 32 simultaneous audio tracks. Now, it can also do playback of 128 audio tracks, granted at a lesser sample rate, or 512 simultaneous instrument or MIDI tracks, as long as your computer is powerful enough to handle such audio control. Ownership of this software also allows you access to Avid's Creative Cloud for easy sharing and collaboration with other Avid users. FL Studio 12 is ImageLine's crafty little DAW. Engineered with a focus in MIDI and digital music creation, this diamond in the rough is perfect for, although not limited to, electronic-style genres such as dubstep, trance, techno, and EDM, as well as many others. Where this program outshines other DAWs is in its ingenious paintbrush-style looping abilities, creating for faster workflows in piano roll MIDI composition, as well as copying and pasting of loops for overall project production. Although capable of recording and editing raw audio, this program is not optimized for the task to the degree that other DAWs are, and so falls one tier lower on the market than its competitors. But it still offers a great variety of plugins and synths for empowering a musician to create something truly unique. Logic Pro X is Apple's answer to the search for a powerful yet easy-to-use music creation software. Living as basically the older college-educated brother of GarageBand, this program is available for Mac only and does not support the use of outside plugins such as VST or AAX. Unfortunately, this program also maxes out at a bit depth of 24 bits, sacrificing some fidelity in audio, but then does offer the availability for up to 255 simultaneous audio or digital instrument tracks. Much to its credit, Logic also provides a large collection of over 7,000 usable loops in its unique audio library, and although somewhat limited in functionality in comparison to its competitors, Logic has still become one of the most used music programs to date for its outrageously user-friendly interface, giving even the least musically inclined individuals the power to create professional-grade music. So Pro Tools may be the industry standard, but amongst musicians, Logic Pro X stands as the crowd favorite. Finally, I would like to mention Ardour. So some time ago, a bunch of musicians and audio engineers fed up with the outrageous prices of audio editing softwares got together and said, let's make our own DAW, and let's make it free! For $1. Built by sound engineers and musicians alike, this DAW is an open source program, much like OBS, and boy howdy do we love our OBS. Open source is a beautiful thing, brother. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Back to the matter at hand. Ardour was originally built for Linux, but has since then been optimized for both Windows and Mac, and has everything you would ever want or need in a digital audio workstation. Although lacking the overall power of Pro Tools or the user-friendly interface of Logic Pro X, this program is practical, clean, and hella cheap. Its only drawback is that it may require a secondary source such as jack audio to function at maximum capacity, but where this program outshines any other is in its limitless multi-tracking capabilities. With Ardour, you have an unlimited amount of simultaneous audio or digital instrument tracks at your disposal, and are only limited by what your computer is built to handle. So Mark, when it comes to choosing a digital audio workstation, there really is no wrong answer, it's just a matter of personal preference. But I do need to applaud you for starting with Logic Pro X and not choosing GarageBand as your default. The thing about that is if you tell people you're using GarageBand, they kind of expect your music to sound like this. Where if you say you're using Logic Pro X, there's some heftiness there, and they suddenly expect your content to sound like this. It's kind of in the same format that if you tell people you're making videos in iMovie, they expect your content to look like this.
I can get like my longboard and just like tie it back, this to the back of it.
Or even this.
Try to climb that tree, dude. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. Look at this one.
But once you say you're using Final Cut Pro, they suddenly imagine that you're making masterpieces like this.
I need a research assistant.
I know an excellent one. She did the background check on you.
The what?
Or even this.
Maybe the flight's not canceled.
It's canceled. I found more food.
But generally speaking, this is why it's a good idea to use professional grade software, because when you do so, people expect your content to be itself professional. When you use things like iMovie or GarageBand, people expect something, well, a little less. But even, I'll admit, even I have used in the past iMovie or GarageBand for smaller projects. I said it was in the past. I swear. Just kidding. I use Sony Vegas Pro. So good on you, Mark, for choosing Logic Pro X, because it will have everything you need to get started in music production, as it is a very good interface for learning the format of these things, as many of the digital work audio stations are very similar in format. But if you're serious about music production, I would recommend eventually branching out of Logic Pro X and trying other things like Pro Tools 12, or I've even heard great things about Propellerhead's Reason, or even Ableton Live. Although I don't know much about those digital audio workstations, they seem to be on the same level with Pro Tools and Logic Pro X. So again, it really is a matter of personal preference, but the good news is that most every available DAW out there comes with either a free or trial version of the program that you can try and test out and see what you like. And whatever you settle on, then you can go ahead and spend the money to buy the full program with that. And if you wanted to try Pro Tools, Avid does have a free version called First, although Limited will give you the idea of what the format of that program is like. But whatever you decide to use, I highly recommend that you learn the concepts of using equalization, otherwise known as EQ, compression, and then also other auxiliary send plugins like Reverb or Echo, because these are pretty much the bread and butter of music production, and if you know those things, you've pretty much got the basics down. And because I know that you tend to dabble a little bit with video production, I might also add that most of these digital audio workstations do also support adding a single video timeline to the program, so that you can actually view video simultaneously while editing audio for those things. So, in case you want to do that, that might also be valuable information to know. And Mark, while I still have your attention, I would like to mention that in your vlog, you also said,
To be perfectly honest, I want help along the way, and I want help from you guys. If you guys know what you're doing, then you can help me and we can work together to try to make some honestly cool stuff.
As I mentioned before, I do have 10 years of experience in audio engineering and music production, and it would be an absolute honor to work with you or for you in helping you produce your music. For your consideration, I have put in the description below a reference video displaying some of my work, my own personal projects that show my editing, mixing, and, music creation abilities. And if you're interested, I could potentially also use your help in finishing a project that was originally inspired by Your Little Biscuit, and for reference, here's a clip of that song now.
So come along now, this is our adventure to find the missing key. There's nothing now that can separate us. Well, I mean, probably. Tiny Box Tim, you're the cutest thing I've ever seen. Tiny Box Tim, you'll always be my little biscuit. Tiny Box Tim.
This song was entirely written, performed, produced, recorded, and edited by myself. And if you're interested in helping me bring this to completion, please feel free to contact me via YouTube, Twitter, email. I'll have all my contact information in the description below. Oh, and Mark, if you wanted to actually learn a little bit more about how to use the different digital audio workstations that I mentioned in this video, I went ahead and found some of the best, or at least in my opinion, some of the better beginner tutorial videos on YouTube for the different workstations that I mentioned. So I'll have links to those down in the description below as well if you wanted to learn some more about how to use these digital audio workstations. In the meantime, I wish you the best, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with. So for now, thank you so much for your time and consideration, and until next time, this is Nicklefritz signing off. Maybe I'll see you around. So Pro Tools may be the industry standard, but amongst musicians, Logic Pro X stands as the crowd favorite. Logic Pro X stands as the crowd favorite. Woo!